All right, good morning. Welcome to May 3rd, Tuesday. Sure good to see you this morning. Now, I'm trying to figure out which order to read the Psalms in. We have almost read Psalm 58 twice. It was on the docket for today, but then I looked back and saw that we had already read it. And then Psalm 93, which is one of the Psalms we're going to read. The one table that I used had it a few hundred years later than I'm reading off of. I think we're going to get these right, but it may end up that we read one psalm twice. We may end up not reading one once. I'll try to double check. But what we're going to do is, in this chronological Bible that I have, it splits even some chapters in order to help them be chronological. What we're going to do is we're going to just read whole chapters. If one part of it gets in there, we'll just go ahead and read the whole thing and try to fit Psalms where they think they go. And if we're off on one or two, it's going to be okay. Most of them won't be that way. Today's reading will be Psalm 93, 95, 118, 101, and 1 Chronicles chapter 13. Let's hit it. So Psalm 93 is the one where one place said it was during the Babylonian captivity. One says it's now. Let's go ahead and read it now and not again. Either way, it talks about praise to God, so that's fitting in both scenarios. I also read today that it's a millennial psalm. Sounds like it. Psalm 95, verse 1 can be an encouragement to all of us who couldn't hit a note if our life depended on it. Here, rest refers to the promised land. Rest in other parts of Scripture refers to salvation. Then in Hebrews, I believe the rest is referring to the millennium. Either way, I enjoy reading Psalm 95. All right, here's where we all learn something. Psalm 118 is not the middle chapter in the Bible. I thought it was. I had all these things lined up for you. Longest chapter in the Bible falls just after the center one. That'd be Psalm 119. The shortest chapter in the Bible falls just left of center. That's 117. I went through all this and then come to find out, they say that the central verse is there in verse 8, and it is better to trust in the Lord and put confidence in man. And so then I tried to briefly to figure out, and then I came across this quote: "Stop counting and read it." But come to find out, it is not the central chapter of the Bible. Apparently Psalm 117 is. I also read today that Psalm 118 is the psalm that Jesus and the disciples sang before they went into the Garden of Gethsemane. There's no other reason given for that except for the fact that it is the last psalm of its type that would have been sang in that scenario. Again, I don't know. But if you look there, Jesus did quote verses 22 through 23, talking about his being the chief cornerstone. And, you guys think this is marvelous? And Psalm 101 is full of great advice. Somebody's a scorner, somebody's, gossiping, all this sorts of neat stuff. Better to keep distance. So it's great advice, all except for the part there about talking about destroying enemies. We'll go ahead and let King David do that. We'll let God take care of the rest. Then 1 Chronicles 13, David makes plans for getting the ark, bringing it back to Jerusalem. And man, you see how excited they are. By the way, you want to come Sunday morning, sing and do those things? Go right on ahead. David was excited. Michael didn't like watching it. But now Uzza dies because he puts out his hand to stabilize the cart. And then the cart and the ark go to the house of Obededum. Now, Obededum, I think, is a fun little Bible character. It goes to his house. God blesses him for it. Remember when the Philistines had it, he gave him hemorrhoids. When it was in the house of Obededum, it blessed him so much, God blessed him so much, that he followed the ark to Jerusalem, to the temple, and served out his days there. All right. Well, I hope you have a great Tuesday, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day.